Good evening, Fernwood. My name's Neil, and you are joining me for my trip through the entire series of Mary Hartman, a show that could be described as social commentary wrapped in a soap opera. This is about to be the February 20th, 1976 episode. We are getting close to the end of the second month of this show, so let's do a brief catch up. Raymond helped Roberta get her confidence back, Mary helped Loretta and Charlie move back in, and Loretta and Charlie are hoping that Doretta Doremus is going to help Loretta walk again. We will see what's about to happen. That's what I got. So let's go February 20th, 1976.
Sit down and eat your breakfast.
So you can't trust anybody these days. You can't believe anything anybody tells you.
Why don't you believe me? Look, here's your breakfast right here. Why would I lie to you? That's anything.
I'm talking about Ben.
Here, sit down. Don't sit down. You're filthy. Go wash your hands. Don't turn on the water.
Why not?
You got the faucet all dirty.
Well, Mary, how am I going to wash my hands without turning on the water?
Yeah, use a paper towel.
I will after I wash
No,
my
I
hands.
mean to turn on the faucet.
Mary, will you stop picking on me, will you, please?
Who's Ben?
He's the mechanic who put the fuel pump on the car. I just took it off and looked at it. Must be 20 years old, and I just shelled out $40 for that damn thing.
38.
I'd like to go down there and punch him right in the mouth.
What's wrong with the fuel pump?
It's no good.
Well, what's wrong with it?
You wouldn't understand.
Why not?
Women don't understand fuel pumps. I'll settle it with Ben. He's got a nerve coming at me like this.
I don't understand you.
Mary, what's to understand? I've been gypped and I'm mad.
I don't understand how you can be that interested in a fuel pump when Loretta is sitting next door in a wheelchair. You want some cream?
Those are not mutually exclusive problems.
Well, aren't you worried about Loretta?
Yeah, of course I'm worried
You
about
want some
her.
salt?
I'm worried about her.
Well, so how come you're always talking about the fuel pump? Here's some pepper.
Mary, look, you can worry about two things at once, because you can only talk about one thing at a time, so don't ask stupid questions, okay?
You know, Tom, I've noticed something.
What?
We've been fighting more with each other since before we were separated.
Well, it means that we still care about each other.
What do you mean? Fighting each other is proof that we care about each other?
Certainly, if we didn't care, we wouldn't take the pain to fight.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought first came the fight and then the pain.
I mean, if we weren't in love, we wouldn't be married, then we wouldn't fight. I mean, is that what you want, not to be married?
No. You're gonna have to fight with Ben. You're not married to him, are you?
Mary, don't fool around with words on me, will you? I mean, you know damn well what I'm saying.
What you're saying is that it's normal to fight all the time. Is that it?
In a way, you have to work things out. That's how you face up to your disagreements.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. You want some cream?
Yeah. Anyway, we're not fighting right now anyway. We don't fight all the time.
We're not? I thought we were.
Well, we're not.
Tom, can we talk about Loretta?
Okay, hey, what the hell is this stuff? What the hell am I eating?
Oh, it's a new kind of cereal.
It tastes funny.
Don't go about the taste, Tom. It's very good for you. It's better than natural.
How can it be better than natural?
Because it tastes worse than natural. Are we fighting again?
We're not fighting, Mary.
Well, then why can't we talk about Loretta?
Okay, you want to talk about Loretta? Go ahead. I told you 10 times you can talk about Loretta. Go ahead, talk about it.
Okay, I just want to know, should I tell her not to go to Doretta Doremus?
Who?
Morning.
Morning, Papa.
You ready, Tom?
Yeah.
Wait, Tom, you didn't finish your cereal. It's full of very pure vitamins.
Get rid of it. I hate it.
Tom, that is only because you're not used to eating pure vitamins mixed with no food at all. It's the latest scientific thing, and you're going to have to get used to it. How's everything at home?
Worse as usual. Your sister's still not speaking to me.
Kathy,
Not going to picture you about it, isn't it?
you want some salt?
Yeah.
Why? Why, Nick? I mean, is she still mad at you because you don't want her to marry Steve?
Why can't she realize that I'm only thinking of her own good. I mean, how can a girl be married for life to a man who's a deaf mutation?
Mute, Dad. A deaf mute. You want some sugar?
Yeah. You know, when that guy comes around the house, it's very spooky. She can't talk to him. She won't talk to me. It's like being in a wax museum.
Morning, let me see if I can help, okay? Let me see if I can talk her into making up with you, okay?
Yeah. Thanks, honey.
Dad,
Hmm?
I love
I love you too, ponytails.
you. Think, Dad. You don't like it either, huh?
It's beautiful.
About cocktails.
Oh, Tom. Tom. You didn't tell me what I should tell Loretta about Geralda de Ramis.
I think you ought to do what you think is best.
Oh, Tom. Oh, thank you.
Come on in. Hi, Mary. How are you? Good morning.
Hi. Aren't you afraid to leave your door unlocked?
Oh, no, I'm not worried.
Because, you know, with this crime wave going on, you never know what kind of person is liable to break in. I mean, some maniac just might be attracted to a woman in a wheelchair. You know, if I was in a wheelchair, I'd hate to be attacked by some maniac who was attracted to a woman in a wheelchair. You'd have to be some kind of maniac, too.
Mary, it's real friendly of you to be, afraid of me being attacked by a maniac and everything, but, well, I'm under the protection of the Lord.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
How can you tell?
Well, see, he's putting me through a testing period. See, first there was the accident, then my demonstration tapes getting burned, my baby turning out to be a fibroid tumor, and my being in the wheelchair. But he just did all that because he loves me.
Because he loves you.
He sent me a sign. He sent me Geralda de Ramis to raise me out of this wheelchair.
Loretta, do you really believe in Geralda de Ramis?
Oh, sure, Mary. Haven't you ever seen her on TV?
Well, I never get a chance. It's opposite championship bowling.
Oh, I wish you and Tom had more faith. It just makes me kind of sad that y'all don't go to church or anything.
Well, I used to, but Tom made me stop when Reverend Stanfast wanted me to go out for choir practice.
What was wrong with that?
Well, Tom thought it was a little strange that the Reverend felt that my breath control would be better for singing if I didn't wear a bra.
Well, faith is truly important in our lives, Mary. And I sure wish you and Tom would join Charlie and me at Geralda de Ramis' TV show tomorrow night. We got 4 tickets.
I'll ask Tom.
Well, I sure hope y'all can come. Look what I made to wear. How do you like it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a long, flowing gown. Geralda de Ramis always wears a long, white, flowing gown, just like the apostles did, I don't know what it is, but there's something so holy about a long, white, flowing gown. When I go to the live TV show of Geralda de Ramis and she prays over me and raises me out of that wheelchair, which he's going to do tomorrow night, which is why Charlie only rented this thing by the day.
Where is Charlie?
Oh, he's out getting us a loan. See, we want to pay off the doctor bills, the hospital bill, and buy us a new car. Cause just as soon as Geralda raises me out of this wheelchair, we're going to make some more demonstration tapes and head back to Nashville.
Loretta,
Mm-hmm.
do you really believe that Geralda de Ramis is going to get you to walk again?
Well, of course I do, Mary. And if you had faith, you wouldn't even ask me such a question. I don't want to say anything, but you spend an awful lot of time reading magazines, Mary, and you should be reading some Bibles. See, now you've got a magazine right there. What you reading in it?
Oh, this? Oh, this is just something that I brought over. It's a recipe for gelatin froth that I thought I'd make for you and Charlie. It's a recipe by Irma Perlmutter from Brooklyn. Hey, Loretta, I just realized something. You don't have to worry about tripping over that gown. You can't walk. I feel much better about that.
You know, though, it could get caught in the wheel.
Loretta, don't think negatively.
Hurry, quick, shut the door. Lock it. Boy, I didn't like the way that cop was looking at us. Oh, officer, I didn't see any sign. Oh, officer, isn't there anything I can do to stop you from writing out that ticket? Hey, officer, I'm not that kind of a girl. But on the other hand, you are cute. I love you. Happy anniversary to us. It's our 3rd week together. 3 beautiful weeks of being more in love than I've ever been in my whole life. More poems? I feel lightheaded and tingly, and I have this funny feeling in my stomach, and I feel hungry. Do you think they tried to deliver the pizza before we got back? Yeah, you're right. Who cares about pizza when you're in love?
Well, you've certainly come to the right place, Mr. Haggers. Your friendly loan company is more than just a title here at your friendly loan company. Our service is fast, our manner is friendly, and our money is your money. Just a little joke there.
That's more than I got when I tried to borrow money at the bank.
Oh, you go to the bank. Banks are in business for themselves. We're in business for our customers.
Hey, that is right, friendly.
Well, now, just as a friend, of course, let me ask you what security you can put up for this loan.
Well, there's my house. It's in Woodland Hills.
Woodland Hills?
Yeah, it's the development over on the west side.
Oh, yes, of course, Woodland Hills. That's one heck of a development, sure is. I remember when it was nothing but a lot of hills and a bunch of useless trees. Well, they bulldozed that place and tore up those trees, put up some dandy little houses. Sure, yeah, of course, Woodland Hills. Fine area, fine area.
How much interest am I going to have to pay?
Oh, don't worry about anything. We'll work it out.
Well, you see, I don't really need the money very long. See, I got to pay a few medical bills, and I got to get a new car, and have enough left over so I can cut a demonstration tape with my wife. She's the greatest undiscovered country and western talent in this country. And when we make that demonstration record and we take it to Nashville, why, it's an easy street from there on in.
Sounds terrific, terrific. When are you going?
Well, there's a few things we have to take care of first. See, right now my wife is in a wheelchair. But we're going to get Loretta to lay hands on her and get her on her feet again, and right after that, then it's all ready for superstardom.
Well, I guess with prospects like that, we don't have anything to worry about here, do we? Now, we don't like to tie up our customers with too much red tape. So all you have to do is bring the deed to the property here tomorrow, and I'll have the money waiting right here for you. Meanwhile, if you'll just sign this, we'll be all set.
What's this?
Oh, just the usual forms, you know. Put your John Hancock here and there on the last page.
I better have my glasses for this. We had an accident and I broke them. But then I got them fixed, and then my face was too painful. I couldn't wear them all the time.
I want to make sure I've got the money here for you tomorrow. I won't be able to go to the bank in the morning, but if we can finish all this up now...
Just let me check it here. There are no trick clauses in here or anything, are there? I mean, they tell you to be looking out for trick...
Mr. Haggers, I've been sitting here talking to you as a friend. If that is your attitude, good day, sir.
Well, you got me wrong. I'm the friendliest man in the country. Yeah, I'm the friendliest man you ever met in your life. I really am.
possible, I suppose. I could be mistaken in my judgment. I've never had any trouble with a customer before.
Mr. Zimmer, give me the, just, I'll show you whether I want the loan or not. Where do I sign? Right there?
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm certainly happy we got that straightened out.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank you again, sir, and say that I am sure that this is one day that you are going to remember for the rest of your life.
Fernwood is such an interesting place. All of the police are inept or potentially corrupt. All of the religious figures are duplicitous. That's a word. I know that's a word. That's definitely a word. But they are, hypocritical. All of the counseling folks can't counsel. And all of the... Who did I not name? Oh, all of the doctors have no bedside manner. Well, sorry, except for one who doesn't even live in Fernwood anymore. So what the heck is up here? Apparently we are heading into a week of anticipation for Loretta Doremus, who is apparently some kind of fraud. At least that's what Mary thinks, and I guess we'll see. We have a slimy loan that Charlie got convinced to sign without actually reading it. Well, it's a soap opera, so I'm figuring that they'll keep their regular characters going, so I'm sure they'll survive it. And that is the February 20th, 1976 episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week in Fernwood.